Okay, we are recording now. Again, we still need one more person for a quorum. It looks like Rosemary is an attendee. She could fill in if we don't get the others in a moment.
That's Kyle.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to press *6 in order to be unmuted.
Okay, so we do have a quorum now. So Madam Vice Chair, you can start the meeting.
So I'd like to call to order the Sparks Senior Citizens Advisory Committee meeting for May 26, 2021. The time is 9:01 a.m. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Andrea Pelto,
Here,
Kyle Waxman,
Here, but can I make one change? It's 9:01 a.m.
did I say PM? Excuse me. 9:01. It's been a long day already.
Barbara Sterling. Barbara,
Barbara,
you
you,
have to unmute Barbara Sterling. She's here, but she's not unmuting on the phone.
Press *6, Barbara.
It's okay, we know she's here.
Okay, Marcy Kupfer-Smith, that's me. John Sebastian. Okay, board member John Sebastian not here. David Hall. Board member David Hall absent. Lemern Kozlowski. Board member Lemern Kozlowski absent. And you said Rosemary Paget.
So Rosemary is an alternate.
Oh,
And
we
so
don't
she-
need one. We're okay, right?
Yeah, we're okay. So she's gonna be an attendee unless we need another.
Okay. Madam Vice Chair, we have a quorum. And I would also like to introduce Council Member Abbott, our liaison, and Julie Dool, both present. Julie from the wonderful city of Sparks staff.
a staff liaison, Julie Dool, will now read the opening statement.
Good morning, Madam Vice Chair. I thank you for joining us, everyone. Due to social distancing requirements enacted in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Sparks Senior Citizens Advisory Committee meetings will be hosted in this virtual setting until our next meeting on August 25th, 2021. The safety of Sparks residents, employees, and community members are very important to us, and we appreciate your patience as we journey through this virtual meeting together. The City of Sparks uses Zoom, a third-party app, for its virtual meetings and does not control its technical specifications or requirements. Your ability to participate in public comment during this meeting may be impacted by factors like the type of device you use, the strength of your internet or cellular signal, and the company that provides your internet or cellular service. The City of Sparks is not responsible if you are not able to participate in the meeting through Zoom due to any of these factors. General public comment, for those watching and listening from home, general public comment will be announced for items 3 and 9. If you wish to speak during general public comment, you will need to call in using a phone number or join via the meeting link provided on the meeting agenda. Public comment will not be permitted on social media outlets. All participants will be muted upon entry to the meeting. If you'd like to speak during public comment, please press *9 from your telephone or use the raise your hand function on Zoom when prompted. You will be called on to speak on one at a time by either your name or your telephone number you are calling from. Please listen carefully as the clerk reads off your name or telephone number. No video callers will be admitted to the meeting. When you are called to speak to public comment, first state your name for the record and begin speaking. The timer will begin when you say your name and you will have 3 minutes. Please remember, any comments or questions cannot be addressed or answered by the council if the topics have not been agendized. Any person who disrupts the meeting to the extent that it's disorderly will be removed from the meeting. Thank you for joining us. The meeting will now begin.
I have two things. I think one the same as Marcy. Go ahead,
I just
Marcy.
wanted to say, member David Hall has now joined us. David Hall, just want to make sure say you're here for the record.
David Hall here for the record.
And then I would like to make one correction. The public comment is item number 10 today.
Thank you.
All righty. So I'm going to open public comment. If anyone wishes to speak during public comment, please press *9 from your telephone or use the raise your hand function on Zoom when prompted. You will have 3 minutes to speak.
Madam Vice Chair, I'm showing Tim Johnson has his hand up. Tim, I'm going to unmute you right now. Oops. Are you unmuted, Tim? I'm not able to unmute him, but it looks like he can unmute himself. I just asked him to unmute.
There we go.
Thank you, Tim.
Sorry about that. Well, good morning, everybody. My name's Tim Johnston, and I'm the Vice President of Outreach with Better Business Bureau, serving Northern Nevada and Utah. Our office is located in Sparks near Wild Creek Golf Course. That's in Ward 2, and also I live with my family in Ward 4. As you may or may not know, Better Business Bureau offers a number of free resources to consumers, including our BBB Scam Tracker and our BBB Business Profiles. Scam Tracker to help people avoid scams, and our profiles to help people find businesses they can trust. In 2019, not too long before the pandemic, BBB conducted research with the FINRA, Investor Education Foundation, and the Stanford Center on Longevity. We were seeking to understand the factors that differentiate those who become scam victims versus those who do not. A couple risk factors that make someone a prime target. Well, we found that households making $50,000 or less per year were more likely to engage and lose money in a scam. And another key factor that increases risk is feeling isolated or lonely. People who engaged with the scammer and those who lost money express significantly higher feelings of loneliness. So one way to protect against scammers, knowledge. Knowledge really is power here, and knowing about scams and scammer tactics can be a person's best defense in successfully reducing the impact of scams. So BBB is considering developing an education resource focused on homebound seniors. But first, we're looking for insight and feedback from leaders such as you to help us better understand how to communicate most effectively with this senior population. I know this forum is not to raise questions for discussion in this meeting, but I am open to hearing from you if you'd like to contact me. My phone number is 284-0277. That's 284-0277, or you can call BBB directly and ask for me. I apologize in advance that I do need to leave the meeting early around 10 o'clock for another meeting, but I do thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Madam Chair, we also have Annie Monning-Reed, and I'm going to ask her to unmute herself.
Hi, Annie, go ahead.
Hi, how are you? My name's Annie Monning-Reed, and I am the new director for Senior Outreach Services with Stanford Center for Aging. which is part of the University of Nevada School of Medicine. And I just wanted to come and just introduce myself because I am new in this role, and we're always looking for partnering type activities and recruiting volunteers, and also just letting seniors know that we are here and we're here to serve. And to the goal of our program is to provide friendly visits to seniors in their home to help them not be isolated. So I just wanted to come and say hello, introduce myself, and that's all I have.
So thank you very much. We appreciate it and we're happy to meet you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment?
I do not see any other public comment at the moment.
Okay, seeing no additional public comment, we will move on to item 4, the approval of the agenda. Is there any discussion on this item? Okay, seeing none, can I get a motion from the committee?
Marcy Cooper Smith, I move to approve the agenda as submitted.
And can I get a second?
Kyle Waxman, I second the motion.
Okay, any other discussion? So seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 All against say nay. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to item 5. Consideration and possible approval of the minutes for the February 24th, 2021 Sparks Senior Advisory Committee meeting. Is there any discussion on this item? Okay, if there is no comment, can I get a motion from the committee?
Marcy Cooper Smith, I motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
So can I get a second?
Kyle Waxman, I second the motion.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, therefore, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed, say nay. Okay, hearing none, the motion passes unanimously. Okay, moving on to item 6, announcements, presentations, recognition, and special interest. I'd like to introduce Park City Council member Charlene Bybee. So we need to bring Charlene in. Is she here?
I'm not seeing her in the attendee list. There might have just been a miscommunication, but it doesn't look like she's here today.
Okay. So I guess we'll move on to item 6.3, which is Steve Reed.
And Steve, I'm going to bring you over just one moment. Oops, hold on. Okay, Steve, I just promoted you to panelist.
So hi, Steve.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Terrific. Good morning, everyone. And I don't know, should I go ahead and put my deck on here, or would that be the easiest thing, just to share my screen?
You can share your screen, yes.
Awesome. Okay, let me do that. Okay, share screen.
Perfect.
Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Excellent. Technology working for a change. Okay, good morning anyway, everybody. My name's Steve Reed again. And thank you for putting us on the agenda for today. We really appreciate that. I am, just to introduce myself, I am a board member of this organization, Rebuilding Together Northern Nevada. I'm on the board and a member of the governance committee. I am, just a little bit about myself, I retired here to the Reno area in 2019 from Washington, D.C. So I am a distant transplant. and enjoying it very much. And a friend of ours invited me to join the board of Rebuilding Together last fall. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. I did not know about the organization until I had heard about it through our friend who is the president of the board. So what is Rebuilding Together Northern Nevada? This is, I'm never sure which is the mission statement and which is the vision statement. But basically our mission is to repair homes and in doing so to revitalize the community and help people rebuild their lives, stay in their homes, and enjoy the benefits of having a safe home. The way we do that essentially is to provide at no cost to homeowners critical repairs that they need to make their homes safe and healthy. We follow. Let me diverge a little bit here. I'm not very good at following slides, but I had not heard myself of Rebuilding Together until I was invited to join the board. As it turns out, it is a national organization that's been around for almost 40 years. But the Northern Nevada affiliate is only about a year old. It was founded just about February of last year. And we've only begun actually providing services this year, beginning in January. And essentially following the national guidelines, we repair homes using what are called the 8 principles of healthy homes. I'll show you those in a second. And using a checklist of 25 health and safety priorities that we use when we go to inspect homes. The idea is folks can seek help with these repairs. We'll go in, do an inspection and an assessment to see what kind of work needs to be done. And if we have the resources to do it, we'll try to get those done for them. We're still a startup. It's a very large organization nationally. There are over 130 affiliates. Millions of people have been served, 39 states plus the District of Columbia, and so on. But we're just getting started. There's a very large Southern Nevada organization that's been around for about 20 years. And they've been serving, they do 300 or 400 projects a year in the Vegas area. So this is new for us, and we're still in the process of developing a financial base. At this stage, everyone working on it is a volunteer. The board, all the committees, and all the work that's being done is done on a volunteer basis. We're hoping this year to develop enough of a financial base to be able to hire our first staff. And start to ramp up the amount of work that we can do. So far, since January of this year, I think we've helped about 14 homeowners doing an average of 2 projects per homeowner for their homes. And I think Donald was actually present for one of the projects we did in April. There's a national event every year called National Rebuilding Day. And we got a group of volunteers, probably 30 or 40 volunteers to help with some projects at one home in Sparks and one in Reno. And that was done with volunteer help. The principles that we follow, these 8 principles of healthy homes, are right here. I mean, I'm going to leave you'll have the deck if you want to review it. But the fairly obvious stuff. We want to make sure the homes are safe. They're dry, clean, there's no pests, there's no contaminants, they're well ventilated, they're reasonably well maintained, and that they have control of the temperature. So for example, recently we did a project helping some people. There was a gentleman who had been living with just cold water for the last 2 years, and we put in a hot water heater for him. So he was finally able to have hot water for the first time in a long time. And we've helped with, we do very simple things like put in grab bars and smoke detectors for people who don't have them. We've repaired flooring that was threatening to fall through for some people, and that sort of thing. Hopefully, as we get larger and we have a larger financial resources, we can do bigger projects like repairing roofs and things like that. The basic model, by the way, is that we eventually, the idea is that we will have enough funds to hire contractors to do the work. So this is not like some people think. When I first heard about it, I thought, well, this sounds like Habitat for Humanity. And the fundamental difference is they build homes from scratch with volunteers, primarily with volunteer assistance. The rebuilding model is repair and replace as opposed to build from scratch. And it is primarily, we primarily use hired contractors, licensed contractors to do the work. We do have some volunteer work that's being done. And so far, that's pretty much what we have been doing. But as the projects increase in size and number, we'll be using contractors. Occasionally, we'll have volunteer days. For example, the event that Donald was at was all volunteer. We helped do some repairs. We helped some clean up some backyards and that sort of thing with volunteer work. Who do we serve? Who's the target group here? Essentially, low and moderate income neighbors who live in our communities, with special emphasis on seniors, veterans, folks with disabilities, families with children, and folks who might be the victims of natural disasters. Fortunately, we haven't had too many of those lately, so we're lucky in that regard. There are eligibility requirements for people to be able to benefit from the services that we're providing. This is rather dense, so I'll just sort of summarize it. Essentially, there are certain income thresholds related to the average median income, 80, and essentially given the size of your household, you have to be under 80% of the average median income for the area. That may vary depending on the grants we hopefully will get. Sometimes the eligibility requirements are grant dependent, but these are essentially the standards. We need to have the homeowners have to own their homes. They have to be current on their mortgages. They have to have home insurance, and we collect documentation to ascertain whether they satisfy those requirements. And we do ask that they commit as best they can to remaining in the home for at least 2 years after the work is done. We're not, the purpose of the project is not to allow people to fix up their homes so they can flip them. These are for folks who intend to stay there and need the repairs to make their home safe. As I said, we've had a few projects so far. We're just getting off the ground. These are just some representative projects. The gentleman in the upper left-hand corner, actually, I think it's a lady. Sorry about that. Her bathroom floor was so weak that there was some chance she could fall through it. The toilet was wobbly. We replaced the floor, put in linoleum, put in a new toilet. So now she's got a safe bathroom. The folks in the upper right-hand corner, that's the gentleman, the hot water heater. He's a disabled veteran, I believe. In the lower left, there was some roof repairs for this lady. And in the lower right, number of projects for that lady. We had to put locks on the door. She was living in a house with no lock on the door, and she used to put a chair behind the door to keep it from opening up. So we put on locks, and I think she also had some plumbing and other issues that we fixed for her. So, we've got some concrete results that are quite, heartwarming actually, when you see how much the people appreciate what's being done for them. And I'll just finish up quickly. This is our contact information. All we really ask is that people spread the word to the community, obviously in this context, the senior community, to folks who may need help. Our resources are limited at this point, but we are taking applications and hopefully reviewing more projects as time goes on. And I'm happy to take questions if there are any.
Yes, go ahead, Marcy.
Hi, Mr. Reed, thank you. Great presentation. It's really
Thank you.
cool. One question, how do people apply though? If they don't have a computer, can they just call you? Must it be an online application? Because, you know, so many seniors like to not do stuff technology wise.
Yes, they can just call. There's phone numbers here. We don't have an office at this point. We got founded in the middle of the pandemic. So like you all, we've all been working remotely, but we do have a telephone, and if they call, someone can arrange for someone to collect the information that's needed.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Sure.
So are there any other questions for Mr. Reed? Julie, do you see anything? Okay, so, well, I think that's just great, and I'm sure our community definitely needs it and appreciates everything that you guys are trying to do. So thanks so much for coming to speak to us today.
Absolutely.
Make us
Thank you so
aware.
much. I will stop sharing the screen now. Thanks.
So yeah, so thank you very much, and yeah, we sure hope that you know, you guys get your grants and can do a lot of good work in the community. So thank you for
Appreciate
coming.
that. Thank you. Thanks for the time.
Sure.
I'm gonna move Mr. Reed back over to attendee.
Okay. So next, we're going to have a presentation from Augustine on the Teach Me to Grow Healthy program.
And I just moved him over to panelist.
Okay. Hi, Augustine. Can you unmute?
Okay, I think I'm unmuted.
Yes, you are.
And start video. Can you see me okay? All righty.
Yes.
You know, I still get nervous with these videos, so you have to excuse me. And let me adjust this camera here. And
Practice makes perfect.
yeah, yes. Well, let's see here. I've put on share screen, and I hope that comes across. This is our website for Center for Healthy
Yes,
Aging.
perfect.
And we will, first of all, I want to thank you for having me this morning on this beautiful spring morning. And so grateful to see the wonderful work. I noticed that Katie Pace was the contact, and known Katie for many, many years. And I'm glad to see her doing the phenomenal work for our community. But let's see here. For Teach Me to Grow Healthy, intergenerational community garden and indigenous food program. Basically, we're a intergenerational pilot project that just started in October. So we're fairly new. We are in partnership with the Nevada SNAP Ed, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And we are seeking to create a usable, community-oriented, culturally sensitive program that improves exercise, nutrition, support, mental health, holistic care. I'm a Native American. I've worked very closely with the Native tribes in here in Nevada and Arizona and California. And I speak nationally also. And when I was first approached to work with this particular grant, I was asked to work within the tribes. However, due to the pandemic, many of the tribes were closed, and it was very difficult to get communication going. And so we decided to work outside of the outside of the reservations, or they call them colonies here in Nevada. And so we were able to get a location over in Lemon Valley. And it's over 11,000 Lemon Drive. It's just above the northern, the North Valleys High School. And so so in that we were approved of a grant through SNAP-Ed, and we were able to get a nutritionist, and his name is Brandon Borum. And also there is a master gardener, Randy Robeson. And so let me see here if I can pull this up. Oh, see, here I go. Let's see if I can get this share screen up again here. Bum, bum, bum. All right, and so I wanted to share this little video with you. And is Brandon Borum on the in the, I don't know, the participants side?
I'm not showing that name, but there's a phone number I don't recognize.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go ahead and play this short video. It's only a couple of minutes, it's less than 2 minutes long. There we go. So this is on our YouTube channel. It's Teach Me to Grow Healthy.
Hey there, viewers. It's me, Katie, and I'm here on behalf of the Center for Healthy Aging, Teach Me to Grow Healthy, Intergenerational Community Garden, and Indigenous Foods Program. Now, I've got a real treat for you here because I'm here with Mr. Randy Robeson, a master gardener and radio celebrity. Now, I've got a couple questions about some of the projects you've been working on. So, first off, you've been working on this new community garden. What's most exciting to you about that?
You know, the best part about the Center for Healthy Aging Community Garden is we're going to provide people with free food. In this time of food insecurity, it's really nice to be able to have the opportunity to come and pick fresh, high nutritional density vegetables, and it gives the opportunity of our residents of the area of that community garden the ability to stop by and pick fresh vegetables and at no cost. And so that's the most exciting part. During this period of time right now with COVID, it's very difficult for people to have really good food and have not paid for it. If you can come in and we can provide them with some good food, nutritional food, and classes on how to be able to cook and do a bunch of stuff for our community, that's what really excites me. That's what got me involved.
Wow, that's such a wonderful thing to hear. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell to get awesome updates for when we add amazing videos.
All righty. So so yeah, if you want to see more videos on with Katie interviewing and tips and tricks on gardening, it's Teach Me to Grow Healthy. And with the YouTube video. What was that?
Hey there, viewers. It's me, Katie, and I'm
All right,
here on behalf of the Center for
technical.
Healthy Aging. Teach Me.
All right, make it stop. All right. Okay. That's always fun. You know, I just have to laugh about it. What can you say at this point? You know, you try and things happen. You know, it's always technical. But in any case, yeah, if Brandon Borum is available, he is our registered dietitian and nutritionist, and I just wanted to give him a couple of minutes to share a bit on his on the multi-generational families eating well, if he's available. No, Marcy's nodding her head no. Okay, well, you know what? I came prepared.
Do you know the last four of his phone number by chance?
I'm pretty sure it would be listed
Okay.
as Okay, let's see here. I have him right here. Katie's one of our Native American youth, and she's been doing a wonderful job in being our spokesperson. And so here is a quick interview with Brandon Dorham sharing the Multi-Generational Families Eating Well program. Now, all of this is free. We are offering no costs. We are specifically wanting to share with those who have no insurance, those who are in need of a nutritionist classes, and let's see here. Let's put it on full screen.
Hey there, viewers. I'm here with Brandon, the nutritionist at the Center for Healthy Aging. So what exactly is it that you do in your role as a nutritionist?
So one of the cool things that we are providing shortly is we are going to be providing several classes. The first one that's coming up in May is May 11th and May 13th, Tuesday and Thursday classes. It's a 6-week program called the Multi-Generational Families Eating Well.
So what's going to be involved in those classes?
So this one is going to be a 6-week class and is going to be teaching very basic education when it comes to simple things like what are carbohydrates, why are they very important for our energy, little tips and tricks when it comes to exercise or good snacks for the family, or just being able to overall have better quality health when it comes to our nutrition needs.
That sounds like it would be really good information. So where's this being held? Is it like virtual or what?
And so we are going to be doing it held over Zoom. Because of COVID restrictions currently, we are going to be doing all of these classes on Tuesday at 10 o'clock and on Thursdays at 3 p.m. And those are all going to be through Zoom.
That sounds like a really amazing event. So how do you get involved? Do you need to register or something like that?
Absolutely. So because it is a 6-week course, it is going to be really easy as possible. You just go to our website at Adding Life to Years. And from there, you can go to the top right under programs. You can be able to find the Teach Me to Grow Healthy. And from there, it'll just be a simple branch off, and it'll be the name of the class, which is going to be Multi-Generational Families Eating Well. And from there, it'll just take you right to, if you pick the Tuesday or the Thursday, right to the Eventbrite link, and you can be able to just sign up, and we'll be able to do everything else from there.
Awesome. That sounds like it's a great setup.
Yeah, it's great. We're excited to have everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Borham, for that wonderful insight and for spending some time here with us today to talk about your creativity classes. Now, for all of you viewers at home, if you want to find out more information and all that, look at the links in the description below to get some good ideas. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button and get notifications when we upload, and click the notification bell for when we upload new videos.
Okay, and once again, that was kind of interesting, especially when Katie was speaking while Brandon was talking and Katie's mouth was moving. But once again, we just, it's fun. We're having fun doing this. This is a fun project, and we're excited to work within the community. Now,
Hello. This is
a free promo for something here.
From the Natural Sciences Department.
Somebody make it. Oh, there you go. Okay, maybe that'll one of our honors convocations that we're having. Sorry, folks. That was just through. And so yeah, we're just having fun with this. We hope to expand. I hope to have a food hub and a seed hub created within the next 2 years or so. And let's see here. Is Randy on? Did you want to go ahead and plug Randy in? And if you happen to see Brandon, I'll plug him in. But Randy is our master gardener, and he also co-hosts the radio program over in Rail City in Sparks, and was it KKOH every Saturday at 8. And so Randy, go ahead and unmute yourself and share some thoughts. So Randy, go ahead and unmute yourself and share some thoughts.
There you go, Randy.
I'm working on it. Good afternoon or good morning. My name is Randy Robeson, for the record, and I am the Master Gardener Farmer for the Center for Healthy Aging. And basically, what we're trying to do is give everybody an opportunity to have healthy, nutritious food at no cost. I am currently putting together all the gardens. We're currently working with Center for Healthy Aging and acquiring some property in Lemon Valley, which will allow us to have a food hub to be able to distribute all the produce that we grow, to be able to just give at the food hub, like Augustine said. Our goal is to provide nutritious, high density food, like I said, at no cost. And my job, as I see it, is to provide the consumers or the constituents of our valleys with everything that they need to have a nutritious meal. And we're working pretty hard at getting it done. We're having a lot of difficulties with our building permits and some of the things that are going on. But fortunately, we always have a plan B. So we've got a fairly substantial garden currently going right now. And we would love any participation from anybody that needs food once we start getting our production levels. And remember, this is going to be a seasonal growth. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to have is going to be based on seasons. So currently we have a lot of kale. Soon we'll have cabbages and different carrots, different varieties and stuff. So we're really excited to be able to serve our community in the North Valleys who are food insecure and do not have the ability to be able to provide themselves highly nutritious foods at no cost. And I really appreciate everything that Augustine and the group is doing. And if you have any questions for me, I'm certainly happy to answer them.
So I have one, Randy. So can anybody, well, I guess number one, if somebody wanted to help, say work in the garden, can somebody from Sparks do it, and who and where do they contact?
Absolutely. We would encourage any kind of activities. Our goal is to make sure that we get some physical exercise with that. And they would contact Augustine through the Center for Healthy Aging to provide a schedule of when we'll do that. We will have days available once we get the community garden up where people can come and actually harvest their own produce. They'll be able to come out and pick out what they want. And we're going to do that hopefully on Saturdays. And we're going to have that after 11. I do the radio show from 8 to 10. By the time I get back, it's 11 o'clock. And then we'll have people come out. They can attend and help in the garden. We're going to encourage all people to come out there. And the added benefit of that is that I'm the master gardener instructor for the Cooperative Extension, is we'll be able to give them garden tips. A lot of people will be able to come out and help out. And if they have questions about gardening or any kind of vegetable gardening, which is my expertise, we'll be happy to answer those also. But yes, we really encourage the volunteerism. And from a seniors aspect, it's always fun to bring your grandkids. We would really like to see you bring an intergenerational community with this. We want to get participation from all constituents that would give us the ability to be able to meet all of that age group from birth to any age that we have. We are going to encourage having families and communities in those areas. So yes, the answer is yes. You can contact Augustine and then come on out to the garden.
Oh, great. Anybody else have any questions for Augustine or Randy?
Thank you for having us.
Okay.
So thank you for coming and thank you for sharing.
You bet.
Yeah. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
All righty. So yeah, this program is dedicated to.
Oh, I guess Augustine just froze. So, well, thank you, Augustine. And I guess we will move on to item number 7, which is general business. 7.1 is the discussion and possible approval of newsletter topics and publishing dates. So does anyone have any newsletter topics they'd like to present? So nobody's raising their hand. Nobody's unmuting.
Um,
And if anyone comes up with one, you can definitely email us. We're just trying to have the topic just to get some feedback. We've done quarterly newsletters prior, and I'm assuming we can keep up with that. But that was obviously pre-COVID. So.
And Rosemary has her hand up.
Oh, great. Hi, Rosemary, go ahead.
Hi, I just think these last two presenters would be ideal items for the newsletter.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I think we should have an article talking about what's happening and again, a great place to take their grandkids. So, anything else, Rosemary?
No, thank you. It's good to see everyone.
So, good to hear from you. So, okay, if anybody thinks of anything, they can reach out to Marcy, Donald, myself. And so, I guess, let's see. So I don't think there's anything to vote on for this. So I guess we will move on to item number 8. So, city comments from committee members. So do any of the committee members have announcements? So anybody can, okay, go ahead, Donald. Oh, sorry, Julie.
I'll pass it to Julie. I'll let
I
Julie go.
just wanted to say, one of the items on there was possible dates for the newsletter. I don't know if anybody has suggestions about that as well, before we move on.
Go ahead, Marcy.
Yeah, I think we should try and get one out as soon as we can. Let the seniors know our Sparks group is still here. And I was just thinking if Tim Johnston wanted to put a little blurb in our newsletter, how to reach out to him. I was just thinking, because we have like a little list of phone numbers, people to reach out to. So I don't know if you would like that, Mr. Johnston, please email your info to us, and right, Julie, Donald, we could put that in our newsletter. If you think it would be anything, that the seniors, especially you mentioned fraud and scams, and that's hitting the senior community a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great idea.
I'd be happy to, and I'll send something to Don. We did a research study earlier this year that has some relevant information that might be helpful.
So, okay, Julie, did you have anything else?
No, not right now. Thank you.
Okay, Donald.
No, I'm assuming we'll try to hopefully shoot for quarterly still. Is our goal, I think. That's fair, or try to.
Okay, no one else, it sounds like. So, we will move on to item number 9. Our next
8.2.
Oh, 8.2. Sorry, I thought I did committee. Sorry, committee member announcements. Are there any committee members that would like to make announcements?
Oh, Senior Coalition is meeting next Friday, June 4th. And actually, one of our guest speakers is Betsy Fidali from the Nevada Housing Division. So housing, big deal for seniors. So she's going to be giving an update on that. And actually, Katie Pace will be presenting at our Senior Coalition. So I just wanted to make that announcement. It's June 4th at 8:30 a.m. and it's still going to be via Zoom. I'm happy to send out the agenda and all that info if anybody wants to. Just let me know.
Okay, Donald.
And then, yeah, I have one. I sent an email last night about the survey for everyone. So just a follow. I put the time down for them for the senior center to close at 5, and it's actually 4:30. So if anyone's able to get down there, you just have to be there before 4:30 to pick up the surveys. And anyone that's able to help is much appreciated. If not, I will take care of it. And we'll go from there.
Okay, so if I say I just get a couple of hours or so that I'm free, I can just run down there and pick up some packets. and give
Absolutely,
them
you'll
out.
sign by your, yep, write your name next to it and be good to go there.
Okay, perfect. And
I just kind of have a, my only concern, I was thinking about this the other day, Donald, and if we deliver them to some of these senior apartments that don't have a leasing office, how, it's going to be tough, I think, to, let them know we want the surveys returned. Like the Park Vista is great. They have a leasing office, so we can drop it off there and they could let everybody know, like in a week, return them to the office. Somebody will be here to pick them up. I'm not sure though how that's going to work in these places where, we just go in, like leave them in the mail room, and I guess you put up a notice, please leave returned, return surveys here will be picked up, and you put a date and one of us goes back. I'm not sure how to do that.
No, I think that's a good idea. And having a return date, it's going to be difficult. I know that one. But I think, any effort's better than no effort for sure.
Whatever we get, right?
Yeah, I really think that's where we're at. We have none right now from Spark. So anything, even if just our board participates, that'd be awesome. So.
okay, anybody else with committee announcements? So, doesn't sound like them. So I guess now we're on item number 9, which is or 9.3, staff liaison, general and board vacancy announcements. Julie, do you have any announcements?
I do, just a couple. We have one vacancy for the Ward 3 alternate position. So if you know anybody that would like to apply, please let them know to just go to cityofsparks.us/get involved. That's the only opening that we have right now. And then also just to reiterate that, yes, we will be meeting in person next time. I have our next meeting down as August 25th. Is that correct, Donald? I think it is August 25th, and we will be meeting in council chambers. I'm pretty sure most of you know where that is, but it's right behind City Hall. So it's 745 Prater Way on 4th and Prater, and it's our legislative building. So we'll be meeting there next time. That's all I have.
All righty. So moving on to the next is request for future agenda items. Does anyone have any new requests? What would you like to see put on the agenda for next meeting? So again, I guess we can email Donald if anybody thinks of anything they would like on the
Actually, I have
next.
a question.
Go ahead, Marcy.
I'm not sure what protocols. I wish we could meet more often, than we do. But since we already came up with a schedule, can we put that like on a future agenda item if the board would be open to maybe meeting more than we already decided to? I don't know, or is it too late to do something like that since we have our dates already set? Because we missed so much time this past year.
I am going to say that that might be something that we could look at, but right now it's in our resolution that we meet quarterly and we have an approved calendar. So probably through 2021, I think we're quarterly, but I'm wondering, Donald, if that could be something that could be revisited just as a voting option. I'm not even sure how that would go, but something to talk about.
And I believe the minimum, we didn't set a maximum for dates or appoint a meeting. So the minimum was quarterly as in the resolution. And then, we have our concurrent meetings. So we're meeting 8 times a year theoretically, which, so we have the room where we could adjust that, I think. I don't know if the dates, just because we put it on the calendar for earlier, I think we can adjust it, but that's really up to you guys. Because you did vote for those dates already, so we can have it as an agenda item. That's not a problem. And we can check with our city clerk and all that and just see, you know,
Thanks.
me and Julie aren't in that world of city clerk world. So we'll look into it.
Thanks, Marcy. So any other things for the next agenda? Doesn't seem like it. So we will move on to item 10. Again, public comment. If anyone wishes to speak during public comment, please press *9 from your telephone or use your raise your hand function on Zoom, and you will have 3 minutes to speak.
I'm showing Amy Arbach has her hand up.
Okay, great. Hi, Amy.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for inviting me to the meeting. I wanted to introduce myself. I am the founder and currently the project manager of Northern Nevada Disability Resource Network. Formerly, we were Northern Nevada Disability Access. So we are a resource network comprised of just an ongoing resource directory on our website. We have some other features, which I'll explain to you in just a few minutes. Our mission is to inform, educate, and what was the other one? To inspire individuals with disabilities, for seniors, for veterans, to connect to service providers, to support groups, just a variety of a plethora of information. We have a virtual bulletin board, so if you have a flyer, we can post that on our bulletin board. Right now we have about 20 members. It's free. There is, you can join, or we can post the flyer on your behalf if you're an organization. To join the resource network, it is also free. If you are a service provider, a support group, anything that is related to people with disabilities, to seniors, and to veterans. We're an ongoing project. Our primary goal is to apply as a 501c3. That would be really amazing. So if there's any organizations out there that would like to partner with us, I would be very, very glad to talk to them. The project was inspired. I'm a mom of a intellectual challenged young man. He was diagnosed with a chromosomal abnormality. And we wanted to find a way to connect people with disabilities to be able to find information about these programs and services in Northern Nevada. There are some resources on our website that also work with people in Southern Nevada, because they're more regionally known, but it's primarily Northern Nevada that we're focusing on. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask.
Do I hear any questions? See any questions? Marcy?
Amy, are you located in Reno or Sparks?
We're in Sparks.
So maybe we can add them to our newsletter. Another, Amy, if you'd like, we can put, you as a resource. Is that okay, Donald, Julie, on our newsletter? And that way people can connect with you. Is that okay with you, Amy?
Sure.
You can just email me your info.
Like, I think it was Randy that was talking earlier, that we do not have an office. We're working from home. So sure. Definitely.
Do you have Marcy's contact information, Amy?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, great. So Marcy will definitely get that information out to everyone.
I'm seeing no
So-
other hands up right now.
Okay, thank you so much, Amy, for your presentation. So, and best of luck with the project. So, all right, is there any, Julie said there is no other public comment? So I guess at this point, the meeting is adjourned at 10 a.m. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.